So in this video, we will be conducting an audit. So this is the stage where the vendor has submitted the form and the buyer has approved and sent the form for further audits to the auditors. So in this video, I'll just log in with an auditor's credential and I'll show you how you will be conducting an audit once the buyer approves the vendor. So this is basically for the high risk vendors. So once the approvers would log in, they would land on this page. This is the audit page. They would basically find all the vendors that are pending for audit at their end. So what we have on the screen is some basic details like audit description, auditor name, auditee name, that is basically the vendor's name, audit scope, um, buyer remark, internal audit, external audit, status, and the start date, end date, status of this particular audit that is scheduled. Since you are seeing this vendor available on the screen, so the audit is already scheduled for this vendor. Is report final? No. Is report approved? No. So all these details are available, and finally the person who created this invite and sent who had sent this particular vendor for audit. So basically, the buyer details are available. So all this information is available on the screen. So if you want to check out the vendor's detail, you would click on this eye icon next to the vendor. So this would open up the audit screen basically. So if you want to check the vendor's details, you can click on this magnifying glass, and this would open up the vendor master for you. And if you would further click on this eye icon, you would find the vendor details like address, contact details, financial details, and other statutory documents that the vendor had attached while submitting the form. So all that information is available when you would click on the magnifying glass. So to conduct the audit, we'll click on this eye icon. In the audit sheet, you would find some assessment details like FSSAI license number, is vendor ISO 22000 certified, etc. So all that information is available here. And down here, we have a question: do you want to conduct audit? So you can select yes to this, and next to this cell we have the vendor compliance attachment. So basically the evidences that the vendor had attached for these questions, basically the audit questions. So you can download those evidences by clicking on this button, and the download would the evidence would get downloaded, and you can refer to that. You can open those documents and you can answer this or conduct the audit on the basis of the evidences provided by the vendor, right? So right now we have the question here on the extreme left. Next to that, we have the options or response selected or given by the vendor at the time of form submission. And here we'll select the appropriate answer according to the based on the evidences provided, right? So I'll just select the options. So based on the options I would select, this form or this audit page would calculate this vendor's percentage. So I'll just quickly finish this up. So based on the answers you would select, the vendor score get calculated in the system, right? So 94.44% is the score for this vendor for the HSE audit, and for CCA it is 100%. So you can acknowledge or you can get that information in this table. Next is the assessment date. So here you would get to select the next date of assessment, assessor's name. So you can enter your name, Basically the person who is conducting this audit, and a remark by the auditor. So if you want to send this for exceptional approval, you can send this vendor to to an exceptional approval or not. If not, you can select no and click on approve. So this way, the audit is completed for this particular vendor, that is SkyTech Engineers. So if you would reload this page, this vendor would disappear from the queue of pending audits. So that's how you would conduct an audit in the system.